Alright. Alrighty. No stuff that I don't need it anymore on my screen. Probably need this for sure. I'll put this on. I'll do this here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a segundo. Do I need anything else here? I think we're golden. We are golden. Oh, I actually need to stream on top. My OBS. That's what I need. Cool. Alright then, guys, welcome to another stream, or if you're watching this later on when this video gets uploaded, welcome to another video here today. We're gonna be continuing working on Edenville and continue where we left off in the last stream. I believe we left off on West, right? We started working on it. So I would like to continue working on that. Maybe hopefully we end up finishing at least, or at least very close to it. At least that's the plan for today. So that's what we're gonna be doing. But yeah, hope you guys have been doing great so far. Been doing wonderful. I've had a great week because last time I streamed was last week, so Hope you guys have had a great week so far. All right. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome, welcome. And also, you know, thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I actually missed that. It went by so fast. Since the last video, the last devlog I uploaded, it was like a 400 something. And now I checked it recently. It was now we are like 540 now, 540 plus. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all of that. It's crazy that you guys are here and enjoying the content. I appreciate you guys for that. I appreciate you, and let's aim for 1,000. That's the next thing I'm aiming for. That is the goal. All right, but anyways, guys, enough of that. Just know that I'm grateful for you guys for being here. All right, I'm ready. So let's begin, shall we? So I can show you what I did after the stream, and I did work on it a little bit throughout the week, just a little bit over time. And I can show you what I've done so far. So in here, this is the quest. This is what defines what a quest is, right? It has the UID, the actions, target, quantity, and if it's active. I don't know if I did this with you guys or not. So, but for sure, I know I did this above. I am certain that I did that. And then I added these two, or at least this one. I don't remember if I added this with you guys, but you know, let's say both of them for now. I added those. This will tell me if this is the current active quest that I have. And then I have progress, which tells me how much progress I've made for that quest. So that will tell me. So if I want 5, this is a quest that I have to do 5 things. This will give me the progress every time I complete something, right? So I added that in here. So here's the quest manager. I updated it a little bit since the last time. It includes 2 different dictionaries. One that is currently active that you have not completed, and ones that you have completed it already. You create the create function, which we did already, and the only thing I added was just keep track of quests that are created. Create one by ID, which gets the database, and that's all what we did in the last stream. You know, quantities and randomize the quantities on whatever the database is in, and then calls that create function to create that quest and returns it. I added this new function here that increases the quest progress. So anytime I progress within the quest, I will call this function to increment, and I can say it by a certain amount. For right now, it's by default is 1, and it increases it. And then if it goes beyond the quantity, which is the final count, right? I mark the quest. I call the function that will mark the quest to be complete. So I will call this function. I look through it and I complete it. Let me see. What did I do here? No, this is not what I wanted to do here. Wait, hold on. The quest has the ID. Yeah, I did something wrong here. Whoops. What I wanted to do in here was to append this. Can you append it? Oh no, wait. No, that's right. I'm dumb. Yeah, this is right. I thought it was an array for whatever reason. I thought it was an array. No, that's right. It's a quest. I move the active into the complete, and then I erase it on a dictionary that's in the active. So that's what we're doing. I created a function to get the quest by UID. So if it exists in active, I retrieve it. If it exists in complete, I return it. Otherwise, it's null. And then I created these 2 functions. One for loading the quest from the save file. I have not tested it. This just came out of my brain, and hopefully it will ends up working. But I will get the quest data. I mean the save data, and if the save data has the quest dictionary in it, I retrieve it and start initializing my dictionaries according if it's active or completed, and do all of that kind of stuff, right? And then I get the quest for save. So when you save the game, it will call this function with wherever I need to call it in, that what we talked about in the last stream, right? I will call it in that save function, the global state function, and I will grab all the quests for active and completed quests and return that, the dictionary. And that's basically it. For the quest manager, I did add an NPC manager, so every time I create an NPC or agent, or yeah, basically an agent or NPC that can give you that you can interact with. So we'll come in here. If the engine is null, then we'll not go through it. I retrieve the dialogue interaction, so that's basically, it's just a trigger volume that's around an NPC if it has it. For the dialogue trigger, then I connect a signal to this function here. So every time I request, let's see, what do I do here? On dialogue action. Got it. So this is what we talked about in the last time when we were in the dialogic function. We're emitting a function, emitting a signal here, right? We emit the signal. This will call a function that we went through in the last stream. And then inside that function, we'll call this dialogue action, which gives you the arguments that we pass in here. We pass in this argument. If we go back to the script, that's what this argument string is going to be. So as of right now, I want to determine what this argument can be, because it could be anything, right? It can be whatever it can be. And what I'm doing right now is determining if it's a quest. And I was thinking about what was the best way for me to do this, and I decided to create it to make this be the argument for adding a quest. So the first, it will be split by space in here, and the first item in an array of that split will be add quest, and the second will be the ID of that quest. So that's what I'm doing here. I split it by the space. So the first, I check to see if there's any arguments in there, and that is not empty. And if it's greater than 1, that means there's at least 2 items in that split. And if the first one is the quest that we're adding, then I split. Oh, there we go. And then I split the quest by comma, because I was like, maybe this NPC can give you multiple quests, right? So I can split this by adding another quest ID in here, right? So it could be multiple quests that this NPC can give you. So like if I ever wanted to have that, I can then just split it this way and loop through all of those IDs and add the quest for the agent. And then I say the agent will give the quest. It would then create the quest for me by the ID. Otherwise, if there's no argument pass, so right now I'm just like opening up the trader UI, which what the trader does when you want to view their items. And that's basically all the things that I worked on since the last stream. After the stream, throughout the week that I've been working, I worked on this. So that's basically what I have so far. That is what I have so far. So I want to continue this. So we have the option to be able to have NPCs give quests to you, but we have no way to display them right now. And I wanted to work on that today. So let's run the game real quick. Let's run the game. Get in there. All right. So we go to the inventory UI, or this UI that we have in here. I do gotta update the character here, so that's probably something that we can do in stream as well. I'm not sure if it's today, but it could be in one of those streams. But we have tabs on top. I mean, this UI is gonna change. It's not gonna be this UI. It's going to change eventually in the future once I have better better UI assets. But as of right now, what I'm thinking is adding another tab in here that will then display the quest that you have. So that is the plan. I'm gonna add another tab here, or yeah, add another tab, which then will then go into my quest and display all the quests that I have. So let's work on that, shall we? Let's get in there. Let's get in. Let's go to my UI manager. Do I have to do anything specific? Alright, so we have this. We have this in here. Do I have to create? It's been a minute since I looked into this. Okay, so we have different scenes in here. Got it. Look at that AI and this character skill here. And this is a C++ class. I don't think I'm gonna make it this one a C++ class. Okay, I'll just do it through GD script. I think that'll be the easiest way to do it right now. Because I have no need to check for player or any. I mean, I can still do it in GD script, regardless if I do need it. Okay. Let's check that real quick. New character skill, shall we? Let's see what it has. UI character menu. Character skill. There we go. I just want to see what is. This is a control. Okay. Let's make ours a control too then. Let's make a new scene. Or should I just duplicate the other one? Should be fine. So let's make a new scene. New scene, which will be a user interface control perfecto. And what I want is probably just gonna have this. This is gonna be this quest. I'm just gonna call it UI quests. For now, I may end up. What could be a view? I guess I'd call it a view, UI quest view. And well, I didn't want to copy everything. I just wanted the. I mean, this will work too, though. I wouldn't mind separating here. So what I was thinking is that the left side will be a list of all your quests. Will probably be divided by half. Or the top bar will be the active quests, and the bottom will be the completed quests. Or I could have a tab in here that I can switch between the two. What can be the best option here? I think the easiest will be just dividing in half and show the quest in the bottom. And that's probably the best as of right now. And then once I have that working, I can transition it to have it to other tabs in it. And the right tab will basically be the section will be the description. So whenever you have a quest, when you click on the quest, it will give you the details in here and all of that. So that is the plan. Okay, so I'm just deleting all of this other stuff I don't need. So just delete all of that. Then we have this other one over here, which is something we need. All right, we got the left container. And one thing I like doing here is to add a child, add a color rec, I guess, for right now, just for debugging purposes. And we can. No, I didn't mean it to be a slot. Do I want it? No. I think this is this is a grid container. So I just want one column is fine by me. Is 0, 0, huh? Why is this 0, 0? Why? This should be here. Gonna color rect that 0. Okay, we could probably update this then. I'm wondering if there's a way to make it so that it fits exactly horizontally. Is there something that we can do here? There we go. Maybe that's what I wanted. Vertically, I don't mind it. So this could be 0, whatever it can be. And then just increase it here. I guess this could be a certain size, however big we want it. Which will be probably around, let's do 30. Probably be about right. It'll be the title, and then I'll give you some details of this quest. Let's duplicate that one. There we go. That's probably too much space than I wanted to. I think that, yeah, that's in here. That should be here vertically. This one doesn't matter because it's not going to be vertical. Okay. Probably add. Let's do 0 separation that for right now. What I'm thinking of is the background could be just a different offset color, and you interchange with each other, right? So you can have another one that's going to be on top. This one is actually going to be in the center, and you can have this like effect here. It's not going to be white, it's probably going to be a different color, but it's just a tad bit offset on the color. That'll make it look like it's different and not with the top one, right? Okay, I think that's looking okay. Give you all the quests in here. This is a grid. Actually, you know what I wanted in here, since the problem that I have in here is that we can have another one, and I think that increased the size of it, huh? Yeah, I don't want to increase the size of it. What I want actually is a scroll. Is that what I want? Do I have anything here that scrolls right now? No, right? I have nothing, so I haven't tested scrolling in here. We have a scroll container though. This is the first time I'm testing scrollings in here in Godot, so let's see how it works in here. I am new to this. I don't think there is anything in my game that has scrolling effect in here. I'm trying to think if there is one so I can just duplicate that, but I don't think there is anything right now. They continue used to provide shot control with scroll bars when needed. Scroll bars are automatically be drawn at the vertical bottom viewable. And let's try it out. Let's see. Let's see what this is gonna be. I have the same thing here, and it's gonna be the same size. The copy value for now. For now. These values, and we gotta update that center again. There we go. Now it's back to how it was. So how does this work? Okay, there's no vertical. There's no horizontal. I definitely want. Okay, so this is auto. I'm assuming auto means that will show the vertical scroll bar. Oh, scrolling in the disable. Okay. Okay, cool. That's fine. Question is, trying to figure out if I can set it the way how I do it in Unity. Because you have a scroll bar container. Inside that scroll bar container, you have this viewport, right? And inside this viewport is where all of the stuff is gonna live. But I don't know how that works in here, or do I even need it? All right, that's the scroll bar. Is the viewport? I don't think so. I don't know. A panel, huh? Oh, I guess this is like the background or something. Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. Background, and then if it's focus, I don't care about. Let's keep that as empty. Don't want anything with that. I guess this is if I want a background. I don't know if I want a background right now. But I'll just leave it as is for now. Alright, we'll try it out and see what happens. So my goal here, wait, why is it yellow right now? So this is what you want? Oh wait, so I guess I see what you mean. So in here you want to basically, you only want one single child then, right? Got it. So if I were to put two in here, it won't work. Got it. Okay, I see. That's basically what I wanted it to be. So in here, what I want is to have. So I want a vertical box, right? And inside of here, they said to add it manually, but I'm fine with. I guess not. Put the size copy layouts. Okay, so I have to probably put it here. Piece properties. And in here is where I want the stuff to be at. There you go. So I don't need this container slots. And go to theme overrides. The separation, like I mentioned, I don't want separation on those. And then here will give me. So what I will do here, since it's a vertical scroll bar, I'm assuming that this could be a scroll bar on this side. So I want to make this a little bit smaller on the right side. So let's make it 200, I guess. I don't know if that's too much, or I can put it in. Is there a way to show the scroll bar now? If I wanted it. Ah, there we go. Would it do it automatically if I were to put it at 208? Okay, so it does it automatically already. So what I want is that I don't want this to be like above where the max size, basically. I don't want it to be bigger than what it already is. So is there any way to tell the size of that? Ah, so it's 8 actually. I just saw that. Nice. So I can do that in here then. So I can leave it as 200. Yeah, it exactly was 208. I wish I could do that automatically though, rather than Like I always show, it was showing here, right? But if it doesn't show, I want this to expand. Maybe if I did that, expand. Oh, there we go. Nice, that works. Easy, that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Easy peasy. Nice. Go a little bit outward on this. I'm gonna have to make it a little bit smaller. But yeah, that's what I basically wanted. This a little bit outward. But that's not its fault. I think it's my fault here. It should just be expanded, like I mentioned. Very minimal though. See that? Very interesting. Why is offset it like this and just a tad bit? Ay. This song just brings a lot of memories, man. Mario 64, man. Anyway, so we'll work on that. I'm just trying to fix it all right now, and I just want to make it work. Okay, so we have this. This is not exactly. I'm not gonna. Should I use a color rack? I guess we can as a background. So I would like to make a scene of this, because this is going to be the actual quest item that can be displayed in this scroll bar, right? I just debating if I want to color recognize as a background. Or can it just be a control? And let's put a control and then put a color rec behind it. Hold on, let's just do this real quick. And inside it here, I'll put the color rec. And this one is basically just expanded, like we mentioned. Layouts, make this 30. There we go. So now we have this. This doesn't need to be. This can be just expanded all the way around. There we go. So that's what I want. So let's create a scene. But this save branch a scene. We'll name it. Let's go and let's see. Where do we go here? Let's go into scenes, UI. We'll just save it in here and name it UI Quest Cell. I'll just name it that. And this one can be reused for the active ones in the completed section as well. So just making sure this can be reused. So we'll save it here. Actually, let's keep that in here. We'll name this cell. We'll name this a background. The problem right now is that there's nothing in here right now. Hold on. And since there's nothing there for right now, we'll just put 200 just so that we can see it. It's definitely not going to be this color right now. Just turn this off. Right now it has this color. Maybe I can just, or maybe it doesn't have to be a color rect. No, let's do something. Hold on. We'll leave it. Let's leave it like. Let's leave it completely black, and we'll change the opacity of it So that way, whatever the color of the background is, it will change according to the opacity. And we'll briefly change it to be a different color. Let's see how that looks. We'll see how that looks, and we'll do it accordingly. Another thing, so what we want to have in here, so this is going to be the quest cell, right? It's going to be showing the quest. I want to show the actual name of the quest on top. So we'll have like a label. And this one's going to say, just going to be the title. Let's create, let's do a quick one. I don't want that. So new label settings, get a font, quick load. Let's use a pixeled one. Okay, that's probably because it's 16. Let's make it 12 for now. So leave the title that way. Actually bigger than I want it to be. Let's put it this way. I probably wanted this text to be a lot smaller then. Because as you can see, it's already as big as this cell already. So I may have to put it a lot smaller than what I'm thinking of right now. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let's put this inside just for right now. And then I would like to put another another label. And this is going to tell me like the progress so far. And this is going to be a line on the right side. Let's change this text so that it is right aligned. Pictures. And for right now, we're just going to display the title and the progress, and we'll update it accordingly to how it's going to be later. So this is going to be 0 divided by 0. This is going to be just the progress, or yeah, should be just that for right now. And let's add an extra, what's minus? Let's do minus 10 then. So that way there's a little bit of padding on this side. And then wondering if there's any, I was trying to look to see if there's any padding in here already that I can use. But it doesn't look like it. Moving theme overrides. Constant line spacing, outline size. No, I guess not. I guess I just update the position then. Let's just add 5 padding. Alright, now I think this is what we want to do real quick for right now, just to test it out. I'll save it. Alright, so let's delete all of this other stuff here. And let's go back to those scenes. Dun, dun, dun. What I want to do in here, what do I want to do? Okay, so what's called the UI? What's under UI? I'm tripping right now. Ay. You know what? Probably just rename this accordingly like the others. So it'll just be it. UI underscore quest. This goes along with the others as well. There we go. And And here we'll just add in here just to test it out to see if it looks good, and it does. Looks great. And what I would like to do is here, let's remove the background styling on this. I know I said put it flat, but let's put it empty for now. And let's create a script for this. Let's create a script, a new script. Let's make sure we put it under assets, scripts, UI, and UI quest view perfecto. Exactly what I wanted. Let's create that bad boy, shall we? We'll rename it. Let's see, class name. Name it UI quest view for right now. We want to get the prefab here. I'll call it for cell prefab. This could be a pack scene equals preload for this scene, right? Or I can copy UID. I never tried doing UIDs here. Hold on, can I do UIDs in here? No, I can't, huh? It's just a path. I wanted to try it out with UIDs, but I guess not. Since I've never done it before. Oh, well, good to know. Cool. Alright, well, let's undo that and let's put it back. So then we got the cell in here. Got ready. And then we have functions in here that will show. Right now I have nothing in there right now. And then we have hide. That's void. Right now we'll pass hide. Oh yeah, overwrites. Okay. Let's put show view, I guess. ID view. Alright. So what I would like to get in here is to get the container of my cells. So we have our on ready. Box container will be quest container. Cool. And what I want to do is in here I will get the quest manager. And we'll retrieve all of the stuff that we have in here. I just like that they're public, but it is what it is, you know. In GD script, I mean, there's no way to put this private, so I'm just used to doing that and doing a getter function for it. So we'll iterate through all of these. We call it quest. In quest active, we'll do a pass right now. Can we also, does it already know that it's a quest? Oh, we could do values in here. I don't want everything in here. Do that. So we iterate through all the values into here. And want to get this cell prefab that we will eventually instantiate. Quest cell. It doesn't have anything right now, and we'll call it instantiate. Nothing specific. And then we'll initialize this quest cell. There's no way to initialize it right now. But we'll eventually do that. And here I want to add a child. Add child. And add the quest cell to it. Okay. Another thing I would like to create another function to clear the items in that quest in here. So I want to iterate through all of the childs in here. Oh, get child or get children, and I'll call child.queue_free. And is the way do I need to call clear children at all, or yeah, it calls. But can you remove all though? Do I need to call it one by one? I guess it's fine, right? Would that be a problem if I were to do that? Because I'm doing it in a loop. There's no way to like clear children at all. Interesante. I wonder if I just reparent it to null or something, or have it no parents. Let's see what it does if I just remove the child. That's what I'm just gonna do right now. Actually, I like to be remove. I remove it first and then I queue it. I don't think it matters, but I prefer it that way. And I like to call clear every time we come in, or it can be whenever I hide it. So it should already be clear by the time we get in here, but it doesn't hurt to call it again. So now I'd like to be able to get the cell prefab and be able to have a script for this cell so that I can initialize it accordingly. So in here, let's create a script for this. Let's create a new script. Call it, yep, perfecto. Under assets, scenes. No, it should be scripts though, not scenes. Assets, scripts, UI, and we'll call it US cell in here. Let's go. All right, we have a class name. And put it as a quest cell. Or just put UI here. Just put UI. And I definitely I'll name it as title for right now. Do that. Oh, I guess I should have done both. Cool. And then we'll create a function here to initialize it, or we can just set data, and we can pass in a title, a string, and progress. I'll just see what that says for right now. And then we'll say title.text equals title. I mean, another thing we can do here is call it a label instead, just so that we know it's a label. Same thing with progress. Well, have an underscore on it. It's called label. Okay. So for right now, that's what we're going to be doing. We can save this one here. Let's go into the quest view, and then here we'll call it a UI quest cell. Cool. And then we'll initialize it in here. I think that's what I'd like to have for the time being. Let's see if it works at all. We'll have to find a way to enable this, right? It's in the character menu, and inside of here I would like to call that. Where's the other one at? I thought, no, please don't tell me I put it out here, bro. Oh, I haven't saved it yet. Alright. I can turn that off because I don't need it right now. I guess I can remove this because I was just doing it for testing. I'll save it as UI quest view, assets, themes UI. I'll save it there. And now I have it here, which is what I was looking at earlier. And in here, I'll add it into the book. Oh, it shows you to scroll up. I thought I disabled that. Hold on. I think I put it as always showing. Just put it auto for right now. There we go. And it has to skill. We'll work on that. But it's not there. So we have this, and we'll of course turn it off. We have the skills button on top. We'll have to create another one. I can just duplicate this, I guess. And in here, this is gonna be the quest, or yeah, quests. And I don't think I have a UI for this, so. Don't think I have a UI for it. I should have just added another one that's gonna be. And for now, maybe I just do this one for now. I know it's not gonna look great, but. And it's not gonna look great, but it will work. Low, 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 low. Do it for all of these in here. Low. Let's load this one too. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen because I duplicated. All right, so let's undo all of that. Well, I'll just leave it as this for now. All right, all right. Let's make this unique at least. So we have to deal with it later. Make unique, por favor. Make unique, por favor. Make unique, por favor. And make unique. I'll leave it the same as for right now. And I will need to go to that character view here to be able to give me that option here. Hold on, let's go into the C++. I'll go in here, be able to enable that bad boy. Let's see, UI character menu here. Alright, so let's create another. We'll create another reference for that button. We'll create a quest, and then. Oh wait, how do I enable this? Do I just since this is not what I can do is just call it scripting here. I think that's what I have to do right now to be able to hide these guys. Yeah. Okay, so let's make another script then. We'll call it UI character menu, making sure that it's in the scripts folder instead. We'll create it. So in here, I have a function that would show the quests. I will show the quests view, and I misspelled that. We have that. We have another one. Oh, this one's gonna be hiding it. And in here, we'll pass in. I'll pass in that. And here, we'll set visibility to true, visibility to false. But before I do that, we'll call it show view, and we'll call this hide view. Alright, cool. So that's definitely what I need. And then we go back to the C++ side, and I don't need to do anything there. Got a quest button, so we gotta hook that up. Where is this button at? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm like, where is it at? Alright, here we go. Alright, there we go, here we go. So let's find that node. Quest button. I'm gonna call it. Oh, what was the name of it? Quest button. Okay. Quest button. And we'll probably do the same thing where if we do that in this press, we'll call it on quest button, which we'll create right now. So we create a function called on quest button. And we'll create a definition for that, and we'll hook up a binding for that function that we just created for the quest button. The other one is on quest, right? Yeah. Cool. So every time you press on quest button, sadly I won't be able to do show this version of it because I'm gonna have to create my own version of it. No, I think it will still work. Yeah, it still kind of work. I'm gonna call it quests. Right. So we'll show the quest, we'll hide everything. And we'll do the same thing for the quest button here. Set that to false. And in here, we'll have a case to menu type, we'll call it quests. Put a breakout sign on that. And then this is gonna I don't have the function for it yet, but we'll be showing show quest panel. So let's create that function showing. Let me save that, and we'll have a function here. Alright, let's create that function definition. And in here, unlike the other ones, hold on, let's enable that button though. Let's enable my quest button. Or disable that actually. Disable that. And in here we'll call the function that we called in GD script, which should be show quest view. Alright. Otherwise we hide all. And in this hide all will also hide my quest view. And that's basically what I would like to do. And here we'll call quests. Alrighty. I think that works. So you got a button, initialize it, we hook it up to the callback, which you just did, for that tab button, and that tab button will show the quests. So we go back to that function. We'll go through here, we'll hide it all, get all the buttons disabled to equal false. And then depending on the type, which for me is the quest panel, we'll go in here, which will disable my button, so I don't have to, so that way it doesn't get clicked on again. And then we'll call this function show quest view on my GD script to enable that view. Sweet. And on the hide all function that we called at the beginning, we'll then call that to hide the quest view, which then hides it as well. So that works out. So let's build this so my Godot knows about it. Oh, what time is it? Oh, time flies. It's an hour already, huh? Jeez. Let's hydrate real quick. Alright, stun building. You go in here and stun building. And then we go to that scene. Now we have button. For right now, just keeping it the same. One last thing I would like to test out is making sure that I'm able to receive a quest. So right now we have this. We add a quest and we use the shopping trees. And then if we look at the collection that we have, we go under assets, resources, collections, manage table, quests. There we go. Shopping trees. So that's what we're gonna get, and that's what we're getting. So we'll get that, which then calls my script and NPC manager, which we'll call this. It has to add quest as the first argument after the splits that I'm doing, and I should be able to iterate through all of this stuff and add those quests. So let's try it out and see if it works. Let's try it out. Save all. Usually nothing works with the first try, so I don't expect much. It never works the first try. Alright, let's go in here. Let's go into test. And we'll have to talk to our trader. If we go to here, does it actually pop the UI suites. So everything else, you can see everything works as it should. And this should be the quest area right now. So now if you go back in here, talk to our trader. So welcome my friend, what are you in here for? A quest, please. Here's your quest, yo. Does you have a quest? And it didn't show up in here, so let's test it out and figure out why it didn't show. Or maybe I didn't receive it. So no, I can go through here. Let's go to quest view and let's see if it's even going in here to begin with. Let's go back to the game. Okay, so it is going in here, but it doesn't go anywhere after that. Interesting. So as of right now, adding the quest did not actually work because it is empty. Wait, is Quest Manager even added in? And it should have crashed on me, right? It wasn't even added into project settings, globals. Yeah, this there. I see you. Alright, so the next thing to look into is to go in here and see if it even goes in here. Let's run that bad boy once more. Let's load in. Let's see if we even get to receive a quest at all. Alright, so let's get a quest. Get a quest, please. And we go in here, we got the argument, which ends up being add a quest, shopping trees. We split it. There should be 2 arrays now. 2 items in that array, add quest and shopping trees. So we go through here. It's greater than 1. We go to quest IDs. And then shopping trees, which is basically all I need. We go through here and we create that by this ID. We go to this quest dictionary. If it does not have that ID. Interesante. I thought it was an ID. Wait a minute. Why wasn't it an ID? I had chopping trees. Shopping dash trees. Did I misspell it somehow? Huh? COHO CHOP trees. Yeah, that's fine. The last thing that I can think of is that it's not retrieving it correctly from here. It requires its database, which then it reinitializes on top. Yeah, that's why. There we go. I added this last time and I did not realize it was wrong. It's the wrong thing. The wrong thing. Alright. This technically should work now. Alright, so I don't want to have any breakpoints here anymore. We can leave that one there. Fine. Alright, so let's get back in there again. All right. So let's see if we can get that quest. Alright. So give me that quest, please. Here's your quest, yo. It goes in here, which as we tested it before. It goes through all of it. Goes through here. The ID is chopping trees, which goes in a quest dictionary. It should have it. Sweets. Actually, you know what? Quantities? Ooh. I thought about it because there's no array in it. Ugh. Can we go? They can't go through it, huh? Let's see if it still goes through. Let's see if it shows. Okay, so we're just going here. Does it actually? No, it did not initialize anything. I think it crashed on the other thing, and I know why. I know why, and that's because if we go to quests, chopping trees, there's nothing here. So let's say it ranges from 1 quantity to 10. I believe I really thought I added these. But sometimes this database that I downloaded here, this plugin, it's kind of buggy sometimes. Even though you initialize it, sometimes it disappears. Alright, let's look at it again. Just double checking that it's in there. Okay. Alright. But I should add some checks in it to avoid that. Give me a quest, please. Here's your quest, yo. It should work now. I know I went through all of that stuff. Were they still at null? Trying to assign a value of type string. Why is this a string? Interesting. So even a database is that what? It's an int. Why does it return a string? Why does it return a string in a dictionary? Alright, well. There we go again. Does a string have a value or do I need to... what's a function for parsing as a string? Is it called just parse? I think that's just in JavaScript. Is there a value in a string that we can change it to a string? I mean to an int? So we have an S. I want to see what stuff they have in here. Does it have anything to int? Oh, there we go, 2 ints. Okay. Okay. I don't need this. Alright, hopefully this is the last time. Let's double check that that thing has stuff again. It does. I'll try it out once again. Alright, trader. Give me some quests, my boy. Quest, please. Alright. We go through here. Yes, we got something. We got something now. Oops, I pressed F5. No, I'm so used to C++. Oh yeah. I was happy I got one and I couldn't even test it out to see if there was something in there. Oh my. Alright, so give me some quests. I want to see if I see something. Sweet! That's probably a little bit too small though. I may have to make that so much bigger. But cool. There is something here now. We got a title, telling me the progress, and now to be able to have this clickable. So if I click on it, it will then, you know, give me some info in here. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit small, but I can work on that in the future though. So we got something. What happened? Can we add more? Oh, give me a quest. Yeah, give me 2 more. Alright. Sweet. Cool. So now I have 3 quests that I have in my inventory. So now the player can have quests now. Okay. So the first thing I would like to get in here is to be able to click on it. I know I had something helper classes in C++, which probably would have been helpful if I did it through there. You know, let's just look through it. Let's go into the quest cell. Does this have any options? I may have to put it as a button, the entire thing, and be able to detect if I clicked on it or something. But does it have any like mouse click on here anywhere, or do I have to put a button to the entire thing? There's a mouse enter and exit though, but there's nothing here that says mouse clicked. I could get a GUI input. See if I clicked on this. Right? Let's test it out. Let's test this bad boy out, shall we? Let's test this bad boy out. Connecting from connect. Now we have this. What I would like to do for the time being? No, that's fine. We'll call it set data. For now, we'll just pass in the quest action for now. That's gonna be the title. I would like to also pass in CFR and counts or index, I should say. And so 0. And we'll pass in the index in here as well. I may have it in the front actually. I'll pass in the index of the cell. And in here, I would like to keep track of it anyway. Var index. It's into -1. Or I could put a stat for right now. And I would like to print this. Print error quests. Oh wait, no, not going. Hold on. Let's do if events is there a press? Oh, it's just pressed, huh? I think it's called action then. It's action pressed, and we'll put a mouse down. And then we'll do a print error here. It'll be a quest clicked, and it'll give me, and I'll pass in the index in here. You can give me a There's no way to convert this to a string, or do I just say string? Whatever. I'll just say that. That's another error for the index. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's see if he tells me exactly that this is the one that got clicked on. Otherwise, we put a button. And that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, let's get some quests. Quest, please. Alright, so if I go in here, no way. Why is this no? Oh, you know why? It's probably because it's unready, huh? It is not ready yet. Alright, fine. Okay, ready. I will keep track of this title for the time being. Var title string. We'll keep track of it. And then here, we'll pass in the title. Alright, let's try this again. Go to this tab, and now it says shopping, so that means it's working. Alright, so I'm clicking on it, and there's nothing being clicked on or giving me any logs that it's being clicked on. Hold on, let me see. Any here? No logs saying that it got printed. I can also put a. Maybe it isn't a mouse down, but it's something. Yeah, so it's not being triggered at all. Okay, so we have to put a button for sure. My settings for this correct though? I was hoping I didn't need a button, but it looks like I might need a button. I might need. Oh, let's say stop. No, we wanted to stop so it doesn't pass. Excuse me, guys. Alright, so yeah, so I guess button is gonna be the way to go. Let's put a button. Button. And this is just gonna be expanded to whatever this thing is. Right? And that should be the. Did it? Doesn't matter if it's in the front. Right? It doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter. Hold on. It does have a background. That's why I was like, wait. Does it need to have a background? That's a good question. Because I know in Unity, if you have the opacity to 0, it doesn't consider it. It will not trigger any detections on buttons. I guess we'll find out. Guess we'll find out. Wait, I thought this had a... Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah. No, wait, this does have something in the back. And I meant to click on this. That's what I wanted. So on normal, we'll just have it empty. Press, we'll have it empty for now. Eventually, we'll have some highlighting going on when the mouse hovers and all of that. Let's just have everything empty for now. I'm not too worried about everything else right now. All right. Cool. So let's add the listener to this. So when this is pressed, we'll add it to this quest here on button press, connect. And this is exactly what I wanted it to do. It should work. And let's delete this, or let's remove this. No. The quest cell, let's remove. Let's disconnect it. I wonder if I could have done it with those other ones in here. This quest cell is just a control, right? It doesn't really have anything. That is a good question too. You know, we can try it. Well, we'll try it and see if it works. So we're connected. Is there a way to say connected from existing? I can pick. There we go. Quit. Picked. Connect. All right. So we can definitely for sure say print error and say that this is coming from GUI input. I don't know if it's gonna work with the button because the button's on top, right? Well, that's a good question too. So that's probably can get overlaid on top anyway, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, there's no options. Clicked on the wrong one. Alright, let's go back inside. Alright, let's go in here. Ooh, there we go. Got a quest, click on button. But if I go, let me try removing it. If I can find it. So it should be Enjoy Manager, Canvas, character menu, book section, quest, brick container, left, crowbar. We got this quest, which then we have this button. But let's say we didn't have that button. Oops, what happened now? Was a breakpoint? Wait, what? Ah, well, there we go. So it does work. It does work. So do I even need a button then? Wait, it's not even printing out. Wait, hold on. Oh, you know what? I probably could have had it in the wrong section then. On the script, it's probably not a move down. It's probably on mouse down. I put that wrong, but it is being called though. The question is, do I want that or do I want the button? That's where it comes to. I think I'll just keep the button. Just keep it simple. And just leave it like that. All right. So what I would like to have in here, I would like to have a signal. let's say on pressed. So then when it comes in here, I will say on pressed emits. And this emit will give me the information I need to pass into the other side. I think it'll be easier. Well, we can change it later. I was thinking maybe just have the quest object in here, so we don't even have to do that all the time. But that's what it is. Alright, so every time you press the button, it will emit that on press, and then we go in here, and in here we'll on press connect it. Callable. Actually, I don't even have to do a callable. I can just say on quest selected. Yeah, so right now we're passing the title as a string, but a void, and this is what we want to call in here instead. We'll connect it to it, and basically we don't have nothing to set those values to. So what will we do is go back to the UI again, go to quest view, and we'll handle the right side right now. And this is going to be the header, which is going to be the title, right? It's going to be empty at first, but I want the title, which is going to be on top, and then we'll definitely have like a description here. I can duplicate this for now. Duplicate, duplication. I think that's what I would like to have it. So I have this. I probably just a little bit. Yeah, no, that's fine for the time being. And this is gonna be the description label. All right. Cool. And I would like to have this use the correct font. The font. Actually, you know what? Let's make that unique, because I did make a copy of this from the other one, right? So just to double check, you know, I don't want to remove anything else from another one. And let's load the font that we're using for here. So here's gonna be the title. Sure, for now it's fine. And then we have the description, which let's make that unique as well, just to be safe. Do a quick load, and we'll do the pixel one for now until I can have better. That's gonna be on top. All right. So for now, this is what I'm gonna be doing. And going back to the script, we have all these two things here, right? Got the onReady, and then description label. Every time we come in here, call clear. I guess we're doing it on both, right? We got text, which is going to be empty, and we got description label that's going to be empty as well. And every time we clicked on something, we can just say text equals title, so it updates accordingly. And I need to have one other thing when I press it again and it gets toggled off to clear it out as well. Well, let's see, let's test this out. Let's see if it's working. Let's see if it is working. All right, let's get in here. we got a couple quests. We'll do one. Oh, two, I mean. We have this, and now we have chopping. Cool. And since they're both the same, it's not going to change. But now we can see a title coming in, and we can then display all the information that we need inside of here, right? All right. So the other thing that I would like to mess around with real quick since we're here, because there's no background on this, right? Which is fine. I think what we got to do is have an outline. Should we have an outline? I think I shouldn't worry about it until I actually get the final art assets for this. What was I gonna do? Okay, and here we go in here, going to book, quest, the container. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so here is what I wanted to do, was to increase this. You can see like there's a different setting on it. And let's test this one too, actually. So maybe one starts off like this, and then the other one starts a little bit darker. So that way each time a new one gets in, the value changes between each other. No, that's not. I thought I click on this. So you can have another ones like that. I don't know if that's too dark though, but that's basically what I was thinking of doing. What is the values on it actually? This is 124. 124 and 67. Okay. Cool. We got something going, guys. We got something going. So I will need the background for the quests. Where is this quest cell thing at? There we go. So I'll need the background for it. Oops. And here, depending on the index, is what we're going to be choosing the background for. So if the index, let's do a modulus of 2 equals 0. Well, choose the background color. Can we set the A to a value right now, or does it need to be? Does that work? Yes, it does. Else, or just the other background color. Alpha. It was like 120 something. I'm debating if we need this needs to be from 0 to 1 though. Default. Okay, got it. Good to know. So we can divide this by 255 for right now. For right now, so I actually get something going on. We got this. So what I want to do right now, so I'm able to see all the quests. I can show, if I click on one, to show it on the right side to tell me all the details for that quest. I want to test to see if I have multiple quests, if I'm able to scroll, and 2, to also be able to, if I press on it, excuse me, it's too early, man. Quests, you know, let's change it to quests. That's another thing I wanted to do instead. Just change this to a quest already. We don't have to worry about it. So we'll change that to a quest instead. We'll keep track of it. And in here, make sure you say quest.action. Every time we press on this, in DaVinci, I think I should pass a self. I always like passing the self, passing the index of it, right? Let's double check this, making sure everything looks fine. Okay, let's go back to quest view because that's gonna be a bug. So here, I want a UI quest cell. We're gonna pass in the quest cell that we have in here. And let's start adding some stuff in here. So I want to have the current quest cell selected, and that's gonna be a UI quest cell. And by default, it's gonna be null. And we're gonna set that in here to be this, be the quest cell. But there's a couple things I would like to do here because I can click on it again. If I am clicking on it and this has something already, if there is, do I need anything to do? And I click on another one, I think I just have to make sure it is not selected anymore. Otherwise, for now, I'm just gonna say if the current selected equals the quest cell already, that means I clicked on the same one already, then I'll just have to toggle it off, right? And we'll just call this in here, right? Because I clicked on it already. And then we update to the new one that we have in here, and then we update for now, I think we only have this one here. So just to double check, just gonna have a if statement on that. And in here, we're gonna have the current quest cell. What was it? Quests. Don't have the quest anymore. Is that how you do it? If you put an underscore, it doesn't appear in the list? Hold on. I'm still learning this stuff here right now, so that's a good way of doing it if it does work. Hold on, I want to know because I'm intrigued right now. I want to learn stuff. Alright, let's go back to the other one. So, yeah, ooh, okay, it's good to know. So that's how you put private stuff, by putting an underscore at the beginning. Okay, we'll clean it up later. But that's good to know that you'll be able to do that. Or if there's anything that we need to put private for. But okay, I did not know that until now. Cool. Okay, so we set that. Any other exceptions or things that I need to think about here? Actually, if I have a cell that I clicked on already, I want to set it to null again. I don't want to actually set it to the same cell all over again. So in this case, I probably will have to do an else here, right? So if I click on the cell, and this current cell is already selected, so it's the same one that I just clicked on. So I'm clicking on it, clicking on that quest again. I want to set that current selected to be null and clean out the right side of the text, the title and description, if any. Otherwise, if the current is selected is null, or it doesn't equal the current quest cell that I selected, I then go in here. So the question here is, what happens if I already have one selected? Do I need to keep track of anything? So right now I don't, but it's a good thought to think about right now. Part of what I'm thinking about right now. I think this should be fine. And I think here I'm just passing the quest. And I think that should be fine. We'll test it out and see how this works. Good to know that we're able to do that. I did not know you could do that. The underscores. All right. Going here, we'll get a quest again. Alright, so let's get a quest. Let's go in here. Ooh. It's the same issue that we were talking about earlier, bro. Alright, so let's put that on top and put it on the ready action. What's that? Cool. Alright, so we select this, chopping. If it's selected again, it's gone. So it keeps doing that. Sweet. Let's add one more, or let's add another one actually. So we have 3 in total. We go back in here. Ooh, that did not work as I thought it would. Oh, you know why? I know why. Some doofies. Alright, so we go in here. Great. Click on the last one. And I'm not able to tell because they're all the same titles right now, right? But cool. The reason why, is there anything else? You know what, let's add, just keep adding more and let's see if the scroll viewer ends up working. So add a couple. We're going here again. Ooh, there we go. Nice. I want to be able to drag too. I wonder if there's an option for that. Especially if it's going to be on mobile as well. This, well, maybe, I mean, I can tap this too, right? But I should be able to drag stuff. Not, I don't want to drag the quest down. I want to be able to drag to scroll. So mouse scrolling as well. So, anyways, the reason why the color background did not work is because I forgot to do something. Where is this quest view? And that is to increase this. So I just forgot to do that. And is there a way to have mouse scrolling in here? I can scroll to focus children. Oh, that's actually let's try it out and see how that works. Okay, so this is current scroll values. I really love to be able to scroll this with mouse as well. Maybe something I can look at later on. Alright, so I just want to test the background and see if that actually ends up working. The color background. But other than that, we're looking good. There is one thing I'm missing that I just realized, and I'll tell you guys what I'm talking about in a bit. Let me just test this real quick. Quest, please. So let's grab a couple of those. One more. Alright. So if I go in here, yeah, it did not work, huh? Interesting. Wondering if my back to the script again. 0 incremented, and we keep going in here. I'm wondering if This is not working correctly. Can we do this? Let's try that out and see what ends up working. I'll leave it there. Save. Alright, let's interact. Request, please. Oh, not yet. Hold on. Let's get this again. Request, please. Alright, well, let's go in here. 0. Okay. And 0 again, even though it's 1. Oh, it's 0 value again? What? Why is it 0 again? Oh, 0. I thought we incremented it. Is a plus plus equals not work? And it's GD script? Ay, ay, ay. The plus plus thing, I don't think it works. And it happens when you have multiple languages you work on sometimes. Alright, let's go in here. Alright, we'll grab 2. One more. Let's go in here. Alright, so that goes in there. This should be 0. There we go. Alright, so that ends up working. Sweet! Exactly what I wanted to do. Let's add a couple more just to see that. Alright, let's go in here. There we go. Now you can see all different colors and stuff in the background. Alrighty. I do definitely gotta make this bigger. I'm thinking I might, because I was thinking putting another one for completed ones down here, right? In order to make this a little bit bigger, I'm thinking of probably just having tabs in here instead, which is probably the better way of doing it. So if I click on one of them, another thing is to be able to click on highlight these guys a little bit. So that's one thing I want to be able to do as well. But other than that, I think we're golden. So one thing I wanted to add in here is once you complete this quest, I just gotta be some type of rewards, right? That you want the user as a player that you want to get after completing this quest. So we need some type of rewards that we want to pass in here. We don't have to like finish it today because it's almost running out of time, but we can start implementing at least a little bit of it. So if we go to the quest, so how do I want to lay out this this rewards? So it can either be like rewards, and it could be like an array. I don't want to deal with arrays right now because it could be multiple items, right? If I'm thinking, you might be given multiple items for this reward. One thing we can do, we can do the same thing as we do with the other ones, and that is we'll use the reward ID, right? So if we go to the database, we'll go into, let's go back to the structures of the quest. We'll want to add another one. This one's gonna have a reward. How do I want to put it together? It should be a space. Hold on. Yeah, I guess dash is fine, I guess. Yeah. Alright. We'll do that. Reward ID. And we'll add it in here. So now this quest has a reward ID. And then we'll be able to set some type of rewards for this. So what we want to have is probably create another structure here then and call it reward. And this structure, it's gonna give you, let's see, how do I want this reward to be structured as? How do I want this to be structured? Order for rewards. So that you can be given, you can be given fruits, money. You get some coin. Or what if this reward ID can give multiple items at the same time? That's what I'm thinking of right now. It could be an array. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. It could be an array of string IDs that points into the items database. And the question is, how much of each do I give? So, let's do an array. Let's do a string. We'll pass him item. We'll do item ID. That should be IDs because it's an array. In case you want to, this reward consists of multiple items, right? And by doing so, let's do an integer array for amount, item amount. Do I want to do amounts here? Do I only want to do IDs and be able to determine? It might be just a vector. Do we have a vector I here? No, just vector. I want to use the vector because I want to use the x and y, the x being the minimum and the y being the max amount of quantities for this certain array of items that I'm getting. So the ID will point to the same thing. So the ID of 0, the array of 0 for items ID is going to be the same for the 0 element of items amount. So they both point to the same thing. Let's create that database real quick. Go back, go to manage table. We'll call it rewards. And we'll create that rewards right now. And we'll use the reward database. And this ID, let's just think about something. It's just for dev. We'll just call one dev for now, just for testing purposes. So let's say we want to give them, if we go to the items array, for whatever reason, we want to give them a fish for that quest. Then that's what we want to give. So the first one's gonna be like fish. Just as an example. We'll have to floor these values because there wasn't a vector I for this. So let's say I want, for how many fishes I want to give them is maybe 1 to 5 as an example. And then let's go back to here and let's say we give them let's say we give them some melons as well for this reward. So, oh hey, it disappeared. No, this is what I mean sometimes. It just disappears sometimes. I don't like it at all. I don't know why it does it. See, it's gone again. Ay, ay. This is very buggy. Fruit melon, please stay in place, por favor. Oh, it's gone again. Ay, ay. Let's save all. Let's we'll refresh everything. The project. I mean, let's reload current project. Maybe that'll fix it. It's loading. I loaded on my other monitor. I still opening up. Come on, editor. Alright, so let's test it out again. Let's load a collection. Let's go into resources, Edenville. Hey, it's gone here. It's not, oh yeah, there it is. I was about to say, like, where'd it go? Okay, you see that? It is in there now. So strange, man. Let's say I want to give them, you know, that amount. We come back out, come back inside. We go to rewards, sweets. So we give them about 1 to 5 melons, right? We go back. Well, no, we'll give them a bass. You know, whatever. The other one did not work. I didn't want it. So let's say this one gets 2 rewards, and you get about the same amount of quantities for that, right? So let's double check that it ended up staying in there. Sweet. All right, so they both stay in there now, and now we have access to these rewards, and we go back to quests. For this reward for this chopping down trees for whatever reason, it's gonna be the ID of dev, and this dev points to the rewards database or collection, I should say. Rewards collection, which points to this, which then gives me this, right? And then if we go back to script, go to Eden database, we'll do the same thing we've been doing. For the other dictionaries, let's say rewards, database, dictionary. I will double check that we have that. Rewards. Come back down here. Keep track of this. Oops, too much. Audit rewards. Oops. And I want to have that there. Reward database. Now we have that, and you have a function to return it as well. Cool. So now we have access to rewards dictionary. And I think that's what I would like to do. So once you complete this quest, so once I mark this as complete, I will be able to retrieve it here and add those into my inventory or sorts. Let's see, if we go back to my UI, the scripts for the UI. So we got this quest cell. We don't really need to do much, but we can add something here in the UI for this on the right side. We can just maybe put that down a little bit, and we can have like a horizontal H box on the bottom. We'll make this work eventually. So the anchoring works a little bit better, but in here we'll basically create some reward items. I'll create a control right now. We'll put a background color for it. That will be a color rect, I guess. We'll do it like that, and the minimum for this. I want it to at least be somewhere around this length, right? It doesn't have to be perfect right now, but we could then point out all the rewards in here for this grid container for what we want to do. Let's see. Let's create a scene for this. Let's just do it real quickly. Go to fun scenes for the UI. We'll call it UI reward cell. Right? So if you go in here, I did say I wanted this to be 50 by 50. Let's put 50 by 50 for now, so that we can test it. I mean, theoretically, probably it's not gonna have this. It could be our background for now, but what I would like to do in here, maybe it can be a sprite or a texture. You know what? Let's put a 9rect patch in here. Yeah, we can leave it as 40 and 40 then. Oh, that's the minimum. What I wanted to do. Alright, let's do that. Okay. So this could be a 9 patch rec. It's gonna be the one that's gonna have my texture icon in here. So whatever that ends up being. And we'll pass it in here. If anything, maybe this can be a texture rect instead as well. So I wanted it to be a 9 patch. That's the background. Let's do a texture, or just load something from my assets art UI. For now, we can use that as a background, so we don't need that color rect. This could be a background, right? And do that. And we'll work on the other stuff after. So in here, I want this to be 40 heights. Well, it doesn't have to be that high. And we can just delete all of these stuff in here. Cool. Let's go back in here. We'll have this on top, and this is gonna be my rewards container for this item. And every time I select something, which is going to be in here, we'll add the stuff in here. Hold on. Let's do a func clear rewards void. Excuse me. You want to get the rewards container before child, so same thing as we did in the other one, and get children. We'll get remove child. Put the child node in here, and then we call child.q free. So we'll clear the rewards the first time we pass in here, and then we'll initialize it in here. So for what's it going to be right now? Oh no, it's a reward ID, right? So what I want here is to get the database, or we can do, maybe you do a reward at that. You do a quest that doesn't have any rewards on it, so just making sure the rewards ID is empty, not empty. It's not empty. So if it's not empty, we get the dictionary, rewards dictionary. And we'll get the Eden database. Get, hold on. Get rewards database, and then say if rewards that, oh, let's call it words that has the reward ID, and if so, we want to get the dictionary rewards for that. Request reward, which could be a dictionary as well. Wait, hold on, that's not what I wanted. I want to get rewards in here. So we grab the rewards. Right. So once we have the rewards dictionary, if we look into this, we have item IDs, which is an array. So we get items IDs or item IDs, which is an array of string. Which you say quest reward item IDs. And then we have a, what do we call it? Items amount, item dash amounts. Which is an array of vectors. And that is going to be as a quest reward item dash amounts. Right, so now we have all of this stuff in here, and I would like to iterate the size of this. So for I in range size of this, and as I'm iterating through these, I want to be able to also get the prefab for this as well. Bar reward prefab. It's gonna be a pack scene preload. Alrighty, and it's gonna be that. We're gonna have reward cell. I don't have a class for it yet, right? I don't think I created one. And we want to instantiate it, and then be able to double check that we add it into this here. Add child. Right, and for this, N is exclusive, so that should be fine. Alrighty, let's do save all. And I should have something in the bottom. Let's double check that the rewards has dev and it has all of that stuff. Okay, let's roll. Let's get in there. All right, let's get some. Let's get some that. Let's go in here. All right, so that did not work as I thought. So let's go in there and just put out debug breakpoint. Figure out what happened. Maybe I forgot to put it in the quest manager when I created this quest. Yes, I did. That's what happened. Alright, let's do a reward ID. It's a string. Quest, reward ID. What's this reward ID? And in here, we'll want to do the same thing, which is just reward ID. I don't remember if it was a dash or an underscore. Pretty sure it was a dash. Go to my quest. Reward dash ID. Okay. That's reward dash ID. Tools. Alright. Take that off. Alright, let's get a quest. Go in here and crash. Why? Item dash IDs. Is it because it says, what's that? Haha, that's so dumb. Should be able to do that. Ay, ay, ay. You should be able to cast it. Because it is a string, right? Or maybe there's something I need to define it in some way to make it work. Very interesting. I wonder maybe I could. I don't know. Alright, so we got let's add that quest, let's test it out. Sweet. So if you remember, we added 2 items into that array, so we see 2 at the bottom. And definitely the UI, you know, it's gotta look better for sure in the future. I just wanted to make it work. If I click it again, it's gone, and we just keep doing it. Sweet. Cool. So besides that, actually, I would like to do one. No, I can't do another thing. Can I? Alright, let's try it. Well, add another one. Go to the database real quick. I won't. So harvest hay. You get this, and the reward ID. For now, I just put def2. and you will get hay, resource hay. So this is what you're gonna get. I just wanted to be able to change between them and see if it actually works. So we got resource hay, and we can probably just give them 1 to 5. Nothing necessary has to be perfect right now. Let's double check that that works. Great. And for that's gonna be Dev 2 for the quest. Dev 2, and then be able to have harvest dash hay in the dialogic, separated by that harvest dash hay. So it'll give me 2 quests, one for chopping trees and one for harvest hay. At least that's the top process right now. Harvest hay, that is what we called it. Request harvest dash hay, harvest dash hay. And harvest dash hay doesn't have depth 2 on it for whatever reason. Here we go. And in here it doesn't have resource hay. Sweet. Okay. So let's double check that that has it, because okay, Dev 2 it did work. Okay. Yeah, it is very buggy. So you should be able to give me 2 quests now and be able to see the differences in them right now. So if it doesn't crash or I messed up something somehow, tends to happen. Okay, didn't crash. Okay, so we have 2. We got 1, and you can see that they're different. Shopping had 2 rewards, and then harvest has 1 reward, and that's basically what I wanted to do. Definitely the UI has to look better. Like I said, I'm probably going to be doing that off screen because I have to head out. I headed out about half an hour ago, but just wanted to add that reward section real quick. And but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video or the stream. And you know, we're getting some work done, and we'll continue working on this next time. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. It depends if I'm going on depends if I'm doing something in the morning or not. Just like last week, it just happened out of random, just because I wasn't doing anything, so I ended up doing a random stream out of nowhere. So it may happen tomorrow. So if it happens tomorrow, I'll see you guys there. Otherwise, I'll be there next week on Saturday. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for being here, or if you're watching this in the future, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we'll continue working on this and keep hammering this stuff. I hope you guys have a great day, a wonderful night, depending on your time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Signing out, guys.